Hello, everybody. Good morning, and welcome to the Free Art Podcast. This is episode number 4. I'm gonna probably do this for like maybe 20 minutes, half an hour, I guess, as long as it takes. Okay, so just to do a little recap of 2019 for myself, a number of people asked me about the Amazon auctions that I did. Some people saw the unboxing that I posted on this channel. Was it successful? Should I get into reselling on Amazon? Things like that. So just to address this first, because these are probably the most inquiries I've had on this. Hold on one second. I'm just going to pop this chat out. Yeah, these are the most inquiries I've had on this. So was it successful? So here are your realities when it comes to buying like anything from an Amazon auction and then trying to resell. So basically, I went in person. I had a partner put in some cash to do this. It wasn't a lot, like $400 or $500 each. We bought like 2 pallets, so to speak. You don't know what you're getting. It's almost like playing roulette in the casino. And once you do get this stuff, you gotta find buyers for it, I should say. You gotta have a market to sell to. So is it worth it? It's just like anything else. You're going to work for it because you're going to have to go on all the different marketplaces and sell this stuff. So it's like, if you think that will be worth it, great. Put it up. Do it up if you want to make an extra few bucks for yourself. You don't have to go to an auction in person. There are websites online that you can go to. The challenges that you'll face online, you'll have to pay for shipping a lot of the time. Well, no, not a lot of time. You will always have to pay for shipping online because there's a manifest for these boxes. There's sort of like a high level of competition online. So it's like a box you might get for $400 or $500 in person because it's just everything goes by really fast in person. Online, it might go for well over $1,000 because you could usually see a manifest. And then again, you have to find buyers for all this stuff. And it's like if you get a bunch of iPhones in a box, you think you're home free, you've made your money back. That's not necessarily true at all because the phones could be blacklisted. There could be 1,000,001 different reasons why you'll have a hard time selling the phones you might get from one of these auctions. I think if you found stuff like phone accessories or I don't know, stuff that you can sell online that like people won't really be able to return too easily or whatever, that's your best bet. So I know I had a few people asking again, should you do it? It's up to you, whatever you want to allocate your time to. I also tried, I think I did another episode on this a while ago, but I tried drop shipping in 2019. My take on drop shipping is you need to find a hot product. I know for a fact it works. I used to work for a store that just made money because of drop shipping alone. So I know that it works 100%. It's just you need to build it up. You probably need to put some money into capital into social media ads and all that. Unless you have just a following of your own, then go for it. It's definitely possible. You need to look like a real brand. You need to really create a brand behind yourself. If you're just gonna try to create a shitty little website and resell stuff that you find on AliExpress, Alibaba, it's probably not gonna work. Maybe you'll have some luck. I don't know. But the other side to drop shipping is the customer service and the shipping times. So there's going to be some people that don't really care if it takes 2 to 3 weeks to get to them, but you'll find a larger amount of people that do care. So even if you're drop shipping a really hot product and you make sales from, you are able to funnel people to your drop ship Shopify store. If you're using a provider like AliExpress or Alibaba, there's a high likelihood that you're not going to be able to retain customers in the long term. What else did I learn in 2019? I just learned to look at everything from an annual standpoint. I think that's the best use case of this whole New Year's celebration for me, is just to be able to look at stuff from like an annual perspective of like, oh, okay, so this is what I learned from 2019. This is what I learned from 2018. The new year itself, like, listen, yesterday was Tuesday night and today is Wednesday. That's how I look at it. I got less sleep last night than I did in, Monday night, for example, because we were out with family or whatever. I don't really go too crazy on the New Year. Well, New Year's Eve used to be my favorite holiday. But as you get older, I don't know, like, it's cool, but it's the same shit. It's sort of the reason why I like toned down my drinking over the past few years. You're a lot less productive when you drink a ton on like a Friday or Saturday night. And so, to those of you, what's up, Nothing Network? I know I'm not talking to anybody right now. Don't care. This is just what I do, bro. Listen, you gotta start somewhere with these things. Again, I don't care that I'm not talking to anybody. People will watch eventually, and if they don't, this is a log for myself. It doesn't really matter to me. But as I was saying, I don't really drink too much anymore because it just fucks me up too much for the next day. I don't really want to take the time to do that. So, yeah. Just hung out with some family last night. I'm not big on New Year's resolutions anymore. I think that's a lot of shit. I thought about going to the gym today, and then I was like, no, I don't want to be that asshole that's like, January 1st, I'm going to get into the gym. I'm good. I'm tired. I only slept like 5 hours last night because I got to bed at like 3 o'clock and woke up for 8 because my fiance forgot to turn her alarm off, and I wake up way easier than she does. So at 8 o'clock, I was like, fuck it. That's it. I'm going to start my day. There's really no sense in going back to sleep because then I'm never going to be able to sleep tonight and actually have work tomorrow. So I don't really want to do that. But yeah. So what was I saying? So the annual recap that I have for you guys. Actually, so for all of you tuning in or that end up tuning into this, you guys should definitely check the Nothing Network out. The Nothing Network for me is actually a really valuable lesson for a few different reasons. It's very true what they say. You can't always do business with friends. We tried. At least on from my perspective, it didn't really work out in the best of ways for a few different reasons. But as you can see, the Nothing Network is here right now. They're actually the only person in this chat right now. I expect other people to end up watching this, at least a few over time, by the way, Mike. But we clearly had somewhat different visions of how things should operate, which is fine. But what the Nothing Network taught me is there's going to be some times in life when, like, people just want to do business for the camaraderie, not for the business aspect alone. Now, that's not why we did the Nothing Network. We did the Nothing Network because we really wanted to turn nothing into something, and I think that Mike and John and Sam is now part of the Nothing podcast. They replaced me. No, they replaced me out of, I mean, whatever. If it works, and it looks like it does. I was going to say they replaced me out of convenience. It was a very large inconvenience waiting for me to get there for them, I know, because they work in that studio. And I was merely a visitor, and my work hours and when they, like, it's clear that they go live now, times when I would absolutely never be able to make it because of my day job. So kudos to them. Everybody go to their channel. Hit those subscribe buttons. Show them some love if you're into like the cannabis scene for sure. They're a very 420 friendly network. You might catch an episode of myself or them somewhere on the Nothing Network or the Big Critique channel sometime soon. Who knows? But yeah, no, I noticed a lot of people in 2019 approached me. I think, in retrospect, it was for the camaraderie than the actual sense of doing good business. To say, like, hey, we're both ambitious people. We should totally get together and do something. And because I have FOMO, I was like totally like, yeah, sure, let's do it. Let's make some things happen this year. But yeah, no, I've definitely learned that more times than none, when somebody's like, hey, you want to do business together, there's just a higher likelihood it's not going to work out. Most businesses fail in the first year anyway, and this is a highly saturated field, podcasting. It's definitely not easy. It's blown up on YouTube exponentially. I have 100% come to the understanding that it's definitely possible to make money on this. Just like, at first I was just like, can I do this by myself? Can I start my own channel and gain a following? But now I'm pretty convinced that I am. I don't know that I'm going to be able to monetize it all this year, even for 2020, maybe. Who knows? I do have a bit of a marketing plan outside of Big Critique channel that will not only promote my channel. Eventually, I'm actually not going to do so much self-promoting for this channel immediately from my other ventures, just because from a business perspective, I don't know how much sense it's going to make. But I've started something which I will tell you guys about a little bit more in the future. It's just not really ready to get marketed to the general public, well, to anybody really, quite much like that yet. But yeah, I definitely started something on the side. It's not really, I don't want to say it's not another YouTube channel, but it's just something additional. Whatever, it's the most I'm going to say right now. But yeah, no, I definitely see the potential in making money on YouTube. But I've done some research on YouTube. I hope that people end up watching until this point, because this is where I can hit you guys with some actual value. So a lot of people ask me if I'm making money from the Big Critique, and obviously the answer right now is no. It doesn't matter what kind of content I put out. I don't have 1,000 subscribers yet. And that's fine. I don't really care at the moment. It doesn't really matter. Like, it would be nice, but I'll live, you know. The best way, and the Nothing Network actually showed me this, to really grow a following, besides doing things in person, trying to get people to like and subscribe to your channel, to subscribe and then like and comment on all your posts, is to really dig deep into the YouTube network and find other other YouTubers and get involved in their live chats and talk to people and make friends or whatever, and you sort of support each other. There's another channel, the Armed American Patriot, I think it's called, the 420 Grow Network. They do this segment on where they're like cannabis growers, and they just have this whole live chat community where it's like everybody goes on and they call it pollination. You go on their live chat and you spread love, and people subscribe to one another out of just being friendly. You'd be amazed though. It's like some people that I've like found on YouTube have like 800, 900 subscribers and maybe 20 or 30 videos. It's like it's pretty clear that, like, while monetizing would probably be nice to them, they're not really pushing it. Like, they just sort of do it here and there for fun. Yeah. So those are the things that I guess all fall under the umbrella of what I've learned from 2019. You can monetize on YouTube. Oh, what I was going to say to you about monetization on YouTube, I did some research about the types of ads. Well, I should say the types of content that make the most money on YouTube. It looks like right now, it's like if you post stuff that's like finance or real estate related, or anything like that, those ads seem to pay the highest on like click-through rate and monetization and all that. Things like cannabis and CBD don't seem to be the highest in monetization at all, and that you could probably attribute to it. You can probably attribute that to, obviously, cannabis being in a weird place right now, legally speaking. Since it's like, who is YouTube gonna market? Like, what kind of ads are they gonna put on those channels? They can't really use their algorithms yet, at least, to start like pushing far on the whole cannabis thing. I think that once it becomes both federally and state legal, you guys might really blow up, as far as like, and when I say you guys, I mean everybody that puts out pretty much only 420 friendly content. Maybe at that point, when they get some some 420 friendly ads, you guys will see a higher level of monetization once you get past 1,000 subscribers if you're in that industry. But for right now, it's a low monetization thing. From what I've read, maybe that's incorrect. I don't know. I haven't really asked anybody that is actually making money from the ads on their channel, if they're a 420 friendly channel. Maybe that's incorrect. I don't know. That's just some of the things that I've read, that it's just because it's still a very weird place, it's not so easy to make a ton of money from that. But you guys should also know that YouTube is really it should only be used as like a funneling, like just one more sales funnel for you. So most YouTubers that are big on YouTube have their own websites, have blogs, they sell other shit. Like, there's just so many different ways of making money on here, from what I've seen and what I've read, and the people that I know that do stuff like this. So I guess that's it. Yeah, I'm not going to go for too long, because the Nothing Network is right. I don't know that there's that many other people in here at all right now. I'm kind of tired. Looks like there's one or two people, if I'm lucky. Anyway, it's 15 minutes in. Yeah, this is fine. I just want to say hi to everybody. Wish everybody a happy new year, even though, like, I think it's, I don't know. I guess I find New Year's very interesting as I get older. It's just like everything is just like a fragment in time, you know? You get a little older, you experience more success and more failures, and you get a little wiser as to what works, at least for you, and what doesn't. But yeah, no, this is my hope for 2020. Honestly, I really can't say my hope for 2020. It's not because it's some sort of a secret. I mean, listen, I want to get paid. Yeah, new year, new me, right? And I just want to be able to make money from making film. That's like my lifelong dream. I believe along with the Nothing Network over there. Can you even see this? Yes, yes, Mike, I can see them. Let me just type back to him. Yes. Responding to you. Yeah, I want to be able to make money from making a film. I don't know who's noticed, but I put some skits out recently. I hope to be able to put more out in the coming year. And when I say to be able to, I mean that was what I was gonna say. I hope that in 2020 I'm still. What do you mean? Sorry, guys. Hang on. I have to ask Nothing Network. Such as. Anyway, 2020, I hope to still be able-bodied and able-minded enough to be able to continue to be productive. That's really it. Yeah, that's kind of like all that I can ask for the new year. Uh, oh, the Nothing Network speech. Yeah, but I mean, listen, Mike, it's because I think Mike's a little unhappy that I brought up what happened and why, like, I'm not really on Nothing Network anymore. But like, listen, I'm okay to talk about. I don't care personally, you know. Like, I think it's perfectly fine to talk about why sometimes things just don't really work out, but they work out for the better, you know. Uh, but that's just how maybe it might made Mike feel a little uneasy. I don't know. I'm perfectly fine with it though. But anyway, in this year I hope to be able to be able-bodied enough to continue to produce the work that I've started producing in 2019. That's really all I could ask for. What I always chose to: health, wealth, love, and happiness, and all that. And I guess that's it, guys. Happy 2020. All the best to everybody. I hope you all get to achieve what you want to achieve. All right, guys. That's all I really had to say today. Take care. Bye-bye.